I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? Alright, so I'm going to go in on Micah, the 4th chapter. And just start at the top. It says, "But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it." All right, so the last days is which we are in. The mountain is a parable for governments, and the hills are smaller governments. Okay, so the mountain of Yahweh is Israel. Okay, so that's going to be the top mountain. You know, when it's all said and done in the kingdom, the Israelites are going to be, you know, the ruling top government of the planet. And really, it extends to even the heavens. Because we're going to be able to experience space travel in the kingdom. And it says, people shall flow unto it, because all the heathen nations, they're going to want to learn our ways. They're going to want to learn our laws. They're going to, you know, it's like it says in Isaiah 60, the nation that doesn't follow our laws and our statutes, that same nation will perish. Okay? Let's read 2. "And many nations shall come up and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of the power of Jacob." Shit. It's lucky. "And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem." So we're going to enforce the laws in the kingdom. All right? All the heathen nations are going to be keeping the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the heathen, when they try to go off, when they try to go eat pork, when they try to have, adulterous relationships, when they try to eat some shellfish, well, they're going to be dealt with according to the law in the kingdom. Okay? Verse 3. "And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." All right. So this shows you that the fake Jews, those aren't the people of Yahweh, because when the real people of Yahweh are restored to the land, in Jerusalem, there's not going to be no more wars, all right? Because everyone's going to have so much fear after the destruction comes, and after the transition between Esau and Jacob. The heathen nations are going to, they're going to fear to have war, because they know that we're basically going to be those regulators. We're going to, the Israelites, we want to start any war in the kingdom, and it's not going to be a good idea. You're gonna end up getting dealt with according to the law. It's always the heathen, because the Israelites, the laws will be first nature to us in the kingdom. Okay. So verse 4. "But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of Yahweh of hosts hath spoken it." All right. So this is another thing that proves that those Israelis are not the children of Yahweh, because they get afraid still. They're dealing with Palestine right now, right? Hamas, all these different threats. So, showing you that these are not the people. Because it says here that none shall make them afraid. Okay? When they show you those videos on CNN or the news on Fox or whatever, what are those people? They're afraid. You can hear them screaming and shit, or the bombs are going off when, you know, when they're getting terrorized by these different militias, different groups. Verse 5. For all people will walk everyone in the name of his power, and we will walk in the name of Yahweh, our power, forever and ever. Right. And the name, too, that's another part of, nobody's going to be arguing or debating the names in that day like they do now. The heathen are going to know the names Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, and the Israelites are for sure going to know the names Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai. But people are gonna fear that name. You know, they're gonna fear the nation of Israel. They're gonna fear the Lord of hosts. They're gonna fear the name of Yahweh. Let's get that real quick. It's in Malachi. Malachi 1:14. It says, "But cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto Yahweh a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith Yahweh of hosts, the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen." So in the kingdom, hey, the heathen are going to know the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yeshai, and it's going to be dreadful to them. You know? When you hear that name Yahweh, people are going to move with fear in the kingdom. Because they're going to remember the destruction. They're going to remember the deliverance. They're going to know who the children of Yahweh are. There will be no doubts in the kingdom. Okay. I'm in verse 6. In that day, saith Yahweh, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. Talking about Zion, talking about Israel. And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation. And Yahweh shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth even forever. Right, because we're talking about the kingdom. All right? And it tells you in Isaiah 16:22 that a little one shall be 1,000, well, let's get it. Isaiah. Because the men of Israel, even the 2/3 in the kingdom, you're going to have a lot of children. You're going to be a fruitful nation. Let's get what is it? Isaiah 60:22. It says, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh, will hasten it in its time." Meaning, hey, the elect are going to have 1,000 children plus, and the prophets will be a strong nation. You know, they're going to have so many children. That's enough. It's going to be enough for a nation. All right. So it's part of the blessings, man, that we're going to come into, having multiple wives, an exceeding amount of children. You know, an exceeding number. Micah 4 and 7. Or no, I'm at 8. "And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem." And who's the tower of the flock? It's the watchman. Who's in the tower? It's the watchman, right? The watchman is in the tower watching. The tower of the flock of Israel. It's talking about the flock of Israel. That's the prophets. We're going to be like Esau has his kings, his presidents, his governors, his senators. That's going to be our governing body. Yahweh's governing body is going to be his 144,000. All right? Verse 9. "Now why dost thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in thee? is thy counselor perished, for pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered, and there shall Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Right. I'm sorry, I got to read that again. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of the enemies. And it's showing you that the majority of the deliverance is going to take place in Babylon, with the chariots, what you would call abducting people. They're going to, so to speak, abduct the elect, starting out with the prophets. And that abduction, in other words that you could call it, is going to be salvation. It's something that these Christians don't understand. They don't understand what the true salvation is. All right, physically, when it happens, it's going to be us, the Israelites, the elect of Israel, going up in what you call UFOs during the nuclear war, during destruction. That is also the chariots are going to take part in destruction and destroying this place. Go read Isaiah 66 and start at 15, and you can read about the destruction and the chariots, how they're going to have a hand in that. All right, among other verses. Verse 11. Now so many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Because the nations, they're what you call haters. They don't like the Israelites. Okay, they like it when we're at the bottom of the society. They like it when we're when we're set as the example for punishment. These nations like that stuff when they see the Israelites being defiled. That's why it tells you in Psalm 83 that they were confederate against us, meaning they were together against us. They said, let's cut off the nation. Well, let me get it. Psalm 83. These heathen nations don't like us, man. That's why a lot of times you go into their establishments, and they're a lot of times they're rude to you. I'll start at 2, Psalm 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. All right, and then it gives you a list of all of our enemies, which are all the heathen nations who in times past have had us in slavery and captivity. And right now we're reaching the end of our last captivity, which is Babylon, America. All right. So back to Micah 4 and 12. It says, but they know not the thoughts of Yahweh, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoops brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. See? So we're gonna take the substance of the heathen, right? They're gonna give us, they're gonna serve us. They're gonna be our handmaids and servants. They're gonna bring they're gonna bring us gifts. It says there's a verse that talks about their dromedaries are gonna be full. They're gonna be meaning camels. They're going to be bringing us gifts. I was a camel, but in the ancient, camels would, they would load them up, and then they would travel, and then they'd unload the camel, and usually it was in a place of commerce or a marketplace where they sold goods. So this is the same thing that the heathen's going to be doing. They're going to constantly, except for on the Sabbath, but they're going to come into the wherever we dwell, wherever we're ruling, and they're going to be gifting us, and some of the gifts are going to be including their daughters, the women. All right. So in that day, man, hey, that's why we don't really worry about these women or these riches or anything on this side, because we know what's coming, man. We know we keeping our eyes on the prize. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna close out. I'm tired. I've been working all day, so I'm gonna close out. I just wanted to do a quick lesson. So I hope it was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akim who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the elect. Shalom.